Hi everybody, howdy howdy. This is Jack, and I really do appreciate you stopping by again. This video is kind of a personal one. I'm not going to get really personal on it, but I'm going to I want to tell you about it. It's an out-of-body thing I had years ago when my dad passed away. A little background: my dad and I, he was a good guy, but we never got along. He was a real man's man, and we heavy drinker, and we just never got along. And so anyway, when my dad got older, he was about his mid to late 60s. He had stroke. It was a minor stroke, but it affected him in a really kind of a weird way. It sounds kind of weird, but he would wake up constantly driving his car. I mean, I know it sounds ridiculous, but he would go to bed, and he would all of a sudden he'd wake up, and he'd be driving his car. And one time, but the cops were behind him with the lights on. He had gone around a sobriety check, and I don't even know how in the heck he got out of that one. But then he would also walk around his apartment complex at night, middle of the night. He would go to bed and he'd wake up and his slippers were wet from walking around where they had the sprinklers on. So anyway, and other than that, he was okay, but he lost a lot of faith in his actions. He was at the time, I don't know, maybe 67 or 8, I think. And so he came to me, and we were talking and stuff and about it, and I asked him, well, Dad, would you want us to have you move in with us? We can keep an eye on you. And he instantly jumped at it, which I thought would be funny, because we were, sociable, but we just never had a lot of thing going on the father-son thing. But he did, and he moved in, and he was with us for about 4.5 years before he passed. And it was, you could see him deteriorate pretty fast. And as the 4 years or so went on, he got really, really fat. I mean, real fat. He's only about 5'8", 5'9", and I don't know what he weighed, but he was big. And also, he started to lose his sight. He didn't lose all of his sight, but he started to lose his sight well. He couldn't look outside it, without wearing sunglasses. He started to lose his hearing because he used to listen to radio or something. It would be blaring, stuff like that. And he got, he grew a beard, and he got all white, kind of like I am. He got all white and gray. He looked old. He looked really old. So anyway, he finally died. He died of 72, and he died of a massive heart attack. It was they had an autopsy on him, and they said that, well, he was dead before he hit the floor. Anyway, so a couple days went by, and I was thinking about what he was doing over there, how he was doing. I was waiting for him to give me a sign. I'm into that too, and I'm a clairvoyant, so I was interested in something happening, but let me know how he's doing. I figured he was doing fine, but anyway, nothing happened. So a couple days later, I decided I was going to go see him, and so I did. I got out, and I used the target method, which I'm going to tell you about later. But it's where you're getting out of body, and you focus in, rather than floating up, you focus in to go to your dad or whoever. And so I got out, and instantly, it was kind of strange. It was the nighttime, which I think was kind of weird. You would think it'd be all sunny and bright and flowers and all that, but it was a nighttime situation. And he was sitting on a like a boulder, a big rock, maybe about 5 feet high, 4 feet high, and and I looked at him, and he looked great. I mean, he looked fabulous. I mean, he was, I don't know, looked maybe, 35-ish, I guess. And he was slim, he was, because he was so fat before, and been fat for quite a while. And he ended up, he was nice and thin, and I liked what I saw. And he had, brown hair, and he had a trimmed brown beard. Looked great. So I told him that. I said, man, Dad, you're looking pretty good. He goes, I thought you'd like to see me in this body before, I'm sorry. I thought you'd like to see me in this body as the way I looked before. And I said, well, it doesn't matter to me, but you do look good. So anyway, we had a lot of issues. We talked, maybe it seemed like about 45 minutes, I guess. And we just got a lot of things ironed out. And we talked, got right into it. And all of a sudden, about 45 minutes, I think it was, I got yanked back to my body, my physical body, which could have been like a dog barking or, any noise that awoke my physical body. And as soon as that wakes up, boom, I'm back in. Good. So I ended up, I hadn't got my everything I want to talk about done yet. So the next night I got out, went right back to, got out and got right back. Same place, same bed, same rock, everything. So we ended up finishing up maybe 15, 20 minutes later. And all of a sudden you kind of knew that since me and my dad weren't real close, I got all the questions answered, and it was a good friendly visit, and I wished him well and everything. And all of a sudden we kind of knew that there was nothing more to say. There was no more questions. You never get like that where you talk to somebody and you don't really know what to say, and everything's been answered, and small talk's over. And he realized that too. So I said, well, Dad, I wish you well, and I kind of knew that we were never going to see each other again, or maybe when I passed, but at the time it was, you just know these things, like I said before in some of my other videos, that you really know what somebody's thinking or emotional thing. Anything is real. It's not just like a mind trick, or, well, I think somebody's watching me, or, oh, I don't think we're going to see each other. You're not going to see each other. I mean, it's a fact. So that's what I did. And he says, yeah, I guess so. And so I turned around. Since my dad and I weren't close, I didn't run up to him and give him a hug or kiss or shake hands. I just turned around to walk, and I was going to head home. And but all of a sudden I got this big love. I call it an anointing, but it's a love situation where you feel the love. And I had my back to him walking away, and it's what happened to me, and it can happen different ways to different people at different times. But it was a real, like a hot feeling on the back, because my back was facing him. And it was like a really big, hot feeling, good feeling, like a hot, warm shower, hot shower maybe. And I got a tingle from the back of my neck all the way down, most of my body all the way down. And it was a big tingle, felt great, and I knew it was my dad saying, hey, because we never, got in the love thing, and we were far from that, I think. I think he loved me as a father, but we didn't get along, so it was stopped there, maybe. But anyway, he gave me that big love anointing, as I call it, and lasted about 5-10 seconds, and I appreciated that, and I tried to give it back, but I was about ready to take it off. But that's a little story about my dad and how out of body helped me talk to my dad if he'd left, because he died unexpectedly, and we didn't really have time to talk too much. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to subscribe or something like that, or thumbs up, I appreciate it. Thanks.